Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
It's Friday, guys. Good morning. Hope you've had a great week. We're at the gateway to the weekend, friends. Congratulations, you made it. How you doing, Natch?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I cannot complain. I actually slept really well last night. I went to bed at 8:30 in the evening, like a 7-year-old. But it was awesome, man. It was awesome. I went to bed, put on some YouTube videos, fell into a little YouTube black hole as the coma set in, and then woke up at 5:30. Oh, fresh as a daisy. What are your plans for the weekend, man?
I'm going to visit my
in-laws?
Sister-in-law.
Your sister-in-law. Nice.
In Cuenca.
In Cuenca? Oh, dude. Are you going to be working from Cuenca next week?
No. I'm coming back on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, my plans for the weekend. Wow. You know what? I have no plans, man. Tonight I'm going to Andrea's house. I'm going to have some Indian food with her and her partner, the other Jessie. Yeah, it's gonna be nice, and then that's it. I'll be streaming the show from home next week, so I'll be streaming in the evenings probably. So probably I'm gonna fix up my studio at home. I did a test while I was on Baja, and it went okay, but I think I need to work on my background a little bit. So guys, yeah, don't worry, there will be ProBoh Show all week. What you may not do is you may not be able to hear it, the original episodes, on Vaughan Radio. SpaghettiOs. But if you follow the podcast, you beautiful podcast listeners, angelic podcast listeners, if you follow the podcast, you'll get fresh episodes all next week, my friends. All next week. Even the days that are important to Jesus. I don't know. Is Friday the big one? Is Friday the... I don't know. I don't know Easter, Natch. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know Easter. I know it has something to do with rabbits and Jesus. That's all I know. And chocolate eggs. Let's see. Rob expects to eat Indian tonight. And and Saturday have stomach issues. That's not exactly what he wrote. I'm editing it for public consumption. Morning, everybody, on the airwaves. How are you doing, J. Romanova? How are you doing? Good morning, Bridge. We've also got Pedro here, Born to Iron Man, Min. Oh, guys, what a great crowd. Let me tell you, and Coco Lavender, of course. Okay, let me tell you what's coming up in today's show. We asked 100 humans today to name something you don't wash as often as you should. Name something you don't wash as often as you should. Keep it clean. It's a family show. And then in complete the news, we're going to Britain. Natch, we're going to my paisanos. And we're going to ask what 1 in 10 Britons have done in the last 2 years. I know that's a little cryptic, but you'll find out later in the show. In the first half, we're going to go to an unpopular opinion as the amazing Diana, who often comments on what I post on Instagram. That's the infamous Alberto Alonso's partner. What a super couple. That is right there, Natch. That is a super couple. That's the kind of couple and family that make people like me envious. If they weren't such amazing people, you know what I mean? She said, I love today's unpopular opinion. It's like a cosmopolitan magazine. Have you ever read one of those magazines? One of those, you know the type, right, Natch? I mean, if you're anything like me, you only get exposed to those magazines in, like, dentist offices, you know? And it's super empowering, right? You know, because today's unpopular opinion is, if you stop looking for love, it will find you, true or false. Super empowering. And then on the next page, it's how to supercharge your Tinder profile. Yeah. I don't know, friends. So anyway, yeah, we'll move on to the unpopular opinion in this first half of the show. But you know what? I'm here, you're here, Natch is here. Why don't we look at some news today? In fact, you know what I have, Natch? I have to do some cleanup. to do some cleanup. Yesterday's news obviously wasn't as cut and dry as I originally thought. Cleanup being, I had a few messages yesterday saying, you warn us about artificial intelligence, but you've also told us you use it a lot. Yeah. I think what you're doing there is you're assuming I care about the sovereignty of human beings, and I don't. I think we're all stupid. I don't think humans are intelligent enough to take care of themselves. If you want me to lay it out for you guys, I really don't. I think we need caretakers. You know what I mean? I think we set up governments, but I think the flaw in our governments is that it's filled with humans. Just set up an AI. So yeah, okay. And another comment was that, I presented quite a biased view based on the open letter that was written. About the dangers, should pause for 6 months. And you know what? That is true. Because it doesn't actually, I'll be honest, if I was more honest, it doesn't actually kind of, the argument I proposed when I read the news, I tried to keep my own personal opinion out. And if you want my own personal opinion, well, here you go. So there was if you didn't listen to yesterday's show, there was an open letter signed by some of the biggest names in technology, from Microsoft, Google, even Elon Musk, big names in artificial intelligence. They all signed it, saying any large language models more powerful than ChatGPT, training of those models needs to be paused for at least 6 months. Firstly, Natch, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's a good idea, bad idea?
Yeah, having control of your creations is a good idea.
Yeah. And I'm with you. I'm with you to a certain degree. Okay, because one of the main arguments for pausing the development of these models is, as I mentioned yesterday, because Pedro actually asked this really great question, I don't understand why people are so worried, And one of the biggest arguments is politically bad actors getting control of their own GPT models or their own kind of artificial intelligence models and developing them and using them for nefarious purposes. So, you want to know my point of view, guys? Well, yeah, I believe that development should slow down, but the genie is out of the bottle, my friends. These things it's already here. It's not like we're talking about something that may be developed in the future. It's here right now. And bad actors, in the very nature of being a bad actor, just because Elon Musk has signed a letter doesn't mean like bad actors are going to, you know what? Elon Musk said something. We better stop too. No, they're going to keep on developing what they've got to develop. And also, important to note, the what was his name? What is his name? Sam something. The CEO of OpenAI, because they mentioned specifically ChatGPT 4. The CEO of OpenAI did not sign that letter. Is that not curious to you? Is that not curious that everyone's saying you need to slow down? Does this not sound like, the heads of tech are saying, whoa, slow down so we can catch up? We want to be, as advanced as you are. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? You think that is, a reach? Well, let me tell you this. A top AI researcher, this piece of news coming from, let me see. From Business Insider. A top AI researcher left Google for OpenAI because Google Bard is being trained on ChatGPT data. So you don't think it's there is at least an element of competition in that open letter? And also, actually, in my Patreon today, I'm going to post a link to an article, really fascinating article written in 2016. Why AI will break capitalism. And it's a really, really interesting article. I'm going to post it there. It's obviously quite old now. But it seems to predict what we're going through right now with this technological advancement. One thing that ChatGPT is doing is it's democratizing a lot of knowledge and a lot of work. All of a sudden, you as an individual can become supercharged in your productivity. It's democratizing a lot of what has traditionally been in the hands of a few. Let's not forget what is the other commonality other than the OpenAI CEO not signing that letter. What is the other commonality with all the people who signed that letter, Natch? Can you guess what it is? They're all filthy, stinking rich. And I honestly do believe that AI will break capitalism. We're entering a world where so much work can be done by robots or automated, for the want of a better word. You don't think they can do farming using drones? You know, you don't think finance, whole finance departments can be, you know, all their work can't be done by using ChatGPT. I think in a lot of cases it can. Guys, sorry, I'm ignoring the chat. I'm going to get in here and read what people are saying. Sorry, my bad. Morning, Roman Nova. How are you doing? Good morning, people, says the bridge. The most important day in Christianity is Saturday. Thank you, the day of the resurrection. Okay. I'll make sure I go to church that day. Yeah. Are you going to go to church this weekend, Natch?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man. I'll say hi to you. I'll say hi to Jesus from you. Oh, Natch says hi. I would love to know how many of the people who are going to be enjoying Semana Santa are actually going to go to some kind of Christian church this weekend. I'd be interested. Okay, let's see. I'm ready for anything, says Romanova. Ready for a good laugh, Rob, as per usual. Thank you, Bridge. Min, we've always had a good friendship, so I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to keep it safe for work during the 100 humans. Okay, I'll remember to mentally edit whatever Min is going to say. Caretakers, as in funerarios. No, that's an undertaker. A caretaker is someone who takes care of you. You know, and I think as humans need that. We're obviously no good at taking care of ourselves. Paused so we can catch up with them. Exactly, Bridge. In fact, just because Elon Musk signed the letter doesn't mean Elon Musk is going to stop, says Min. Yeah, absolutely. The key now, this is from the Bridge, is who gets or keeps control. Yeah. Totally. I mean, ChatGPT, OpenAI, is open source. Like anyone can access it, and that is great. You know what I mean? It's democratized this new technology, and yeah, it does not surprise me that the 1% of the 1% wants to say, hey, hang on a second. You know, should we not be gatekeeping this so we can make even more money? You know what, Elon Musk, go home. You're drunk. Have you used it at all, Natch? Have you dived any deeper into ChatGPT and anything?
No, I tried it and once or twice, and that's it.
Dude, I need to give you access to my account to try GPT-4. You'll freak out. It's amazing. Okay. And, you know, I usually steer away from politics in this show, but it is worth mentioning that Donald Trump, the former president of the US, number 45, has been indicted by a grand jury over hush money payments to the porn star Stormy Daniels. How do you feel about that, Natch? Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, no me sorprende.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't surprise me either. If you listen to conservative commentators, this is the darkest day in American history. I would say maybe January the 6th, where people stormed the Capitol building. I say that might that might be competition. So a grand jury has voted to indict Donald Trump over hush money payments made to the adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 election. But why is he being indicted for this? Basically, because Michael Cohen, his former lawyer and fixer, A fixer is basically someone who solves problems for you. Paid the porn star off, and Donald Trump paid him off and then claimed it as a campaign finance or a business expense or a legal expense. That's illegal. But surely, you can't indict a former president because of that. It's illegal, so why not? And then there's an argument of, well, there is going to be unrest in the United States because of this. So what, like, you don't follow the rule of law now? Someone breaks the law and they're allowed to just get away free because they have they're popular? Is that what we're talking about? Really? Yeah, but, I mean, Donald Trump has done so many bad things, yet, this is what they're going to, possibly put him in prison for. Hello. Al Capone. Al Capone was arrested on tax charges. It is what it is, guys. If you're an American listener right now, look, I'm not going to tell you Donald Trump is a good guy or a bad guy. What I will tell you is he's going to look fantastic in an orange jumpsuit. It's going to match his complexion. He's going to look phenomenal. I'm going to get messages about that, Natch. I know it. I mean, it's worth mentioning, I know there's a lot of people out there who are either on the fence or even back Donald Trump. Look, the guy's in a lot of legal trouble. But fighting against the peaceful transition of power leading to the January 6th attack on Congress, that is arguably for me a much bigger deal. And, nothing's happening. There are actually a lot of charges he's facing in the future. So let's see how this plays out. And if you're an American listener, look, chill out, man. Chill out. The guy broke the law. Let's see what happens. Don't go taking to the streets and going wild. There's no need. Let's see what people are saying. The key now is who gets to keep... Oh, no, sorry, I read that one. He's Donald's caretaker in reference to Michael Cohen, I think. Anyway, that's what's happening today. You know what we're going to do, Natch? We're going to go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
What is an unpopular opinion, my friends? Let me tell you. An unpopular opinion is a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, pedo mental. I post it on my social media. You guys tell me what you think of it. But the people who really make the decision, is it right, is it wrong, are the people who are watching in chat. So how are you doing? Guys, if you want to join them, twitch.tv/professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional. If you want to be involved in the initial vote on Instagram, you can do that going to my account, @professionalbohemian. All right. So today's unpopular opinion, Natch, was this. If you don't look for love, it will find you. Thoughts? What do you think?
I don't think so. I think it...
You have to look for it.
It can be. I think it cannot. I mean, you can bump into your loved one without looking for it, but...
But you think you have a higher chance?
I think you have a higher chance if you are looking for it.
Okay, interesting. Do you want to hazard a guess what people where people put their vote?
I think they said false.
They did, sir. 59% of people, though, not by a big margin. 59% of people said false. It was actually a really popular vote today. 59% of... No, it's just changed. 57% of people said false. Just changed right there. Okay. So let's look at some pro and con arguments. If you don't look for love, or if you stop looking for love, it will find you. Okay, number one, to argue in favour of this point. By not actively seeking love, individuals may form more authentic, natural connections based on genuine compatibility rather than the pressure to find a romantic partner. Woo! Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. Personal growth. Focusing on personal interests and self-improvement can make individuals more confident and attractive to potential partners, increasing the likelihood of finding love. Instead of wasting all your time on Tinder, why not go out, read a book, go to the gym, spend your time more productively, and through that activity, make yourself even more attractive to potential partners. Okay, another pro argument in favor of if you stop looking for love, it will find you. Not actively searching for love can reduce stress and anxiety associated with dating, allowing individuals to enjoy life and be more open to love when it does come along. And finally, serendipity. Sometimes love can be found in unexpected places or with people we might not have considered if we were actively searching, leading to fulfilling and surprising relationships. Okay, where most of you seem to sit on this is arguing against that. If you stop looking for love, it will find you. So, not actively seeking love can lead to fewer opportunities to meet a potential partner, making it less likely for love to find you. Passive approach. Relying on love to find you can result in a passive approach to relationships, which might not lead to the kind of fulfilling, deep connections that come from active engagement and effort. Compatibility. By not actively searching for love, individuals might miss out on opportunities to find partners with shared values and interests. And finally, love may not always come at the most convenient time or in the most expected manner. Actively searching can increase the chances of you finding a compatible partner. All right. Has any of that changed your mind, Natch? No.
No.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. Pedro says, love will not necessarily find you, especially if you're desperately looking for it. Here's the thing, right? If you'd have asked me in my 20s, 30s, early 30s, is this true or is this false? I would have said, no, it's false. If you don't put yourself out there, you're reducing your chances in finding a partner. You know, obviously. People, the luckiest people are the ones who are most open to opportunities or most looking for opportunities, right? And that makes complete sense. But now, you know, I'm in my mid-40s, and I've spent the lion's share of my life looking for love, and here I am, folks. So there is obviously something wrong with the formula, right? So, you know what I mean? It's curious, and I know I'm not the only person in this predicament. Geez Louise, if you're single in your 40s, most of you know. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible to go out and find a partner. You know what I mean? You maybe open your a Tinder account, and it's just like a CV. People are lying, you know, trying to present the best parts of themselves when in reality it's usually those relationships are more about finding compromise in the things where you don't connect on, rather than taking advantage of the things that you do. Pedro continues, but all this mechanical search for love, sex via Tinder or other apps doesn't sound like a good path to have any authentic relationship. I'm glad I don't have to do it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I'm never going to have another Tinder account. I'm never going to have another Happen account. I'm never going to have any of that anymore. I am done. I am done. I'm like a boxer's manager when he sees he's taken too much pain in the ring. I am throwing in the towel, stopping the game. You know what I mean? You guys in Spain have this great saying, and I love it. Mejor solo que mal acompañado. Right, Natch? Right, Natch?
Será posible. Vaya nivelazo.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? Maybe this new tactic will work a little better for me. You know? Or maybe it won't. But one thing I do know, better to be alone than in bad company. Right? And maybe that's the mindset you need to be open to a new relationship. Here's the thing, you see, you get on these apps, you actively search for a partner, and those people are actively searching too. Are those really the people who are really open to a long-lasting relationship? Surely the kind of person you want to be with is the kind of person who is perfectly happy with themselves alone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a curious, weird dichotomy. And certainly, friends, I am no expert. Don't take relationship advice from a single 40-something-year-old. But it is an interesting question. If you stop looking for love, it will find you. True or false? Again, I can tell you from my experience, false. But then I know of all these stories of people, they met their partner on Tinder or on some dating app. Do you know anyone, Natch, who's met and married and continued on in a successful relationship?
Not sure if married, but yes, of course they are together.
Yeah. And you know them personally?
Yes.
Yeah. Me too.
In the school is very typical because they got divorced and they
found their partners.
On Tinder.
Yeah. I mean, it's common and you hear about it. Maybe the real point here is that it doesn't work for everybody. I don't know, guys. And I'm not going to tell you. I'm not the gatekeeper of the truth. As you know, I'm the biggest idiot here. You are going to tell me. If you stop looking for love, it will find you. True or false? I am going to post the poll in the chat and let's see. Let's answer this question together, friends. Hey, guys, so many things you could have been doing this morning. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with Natch and I. And it means the absolute world, guys. See you in 4 minutes. Hey, guys. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of today's ProBoh Show. How you doing? Oh my God, it's Friday, guys. We're at the gateway to the weekend, Natch. I'm so excited. Guys, if you're also a listener of the lunchtime show, don't forget today we'll be recording it in exactly 2 hours here on Twitch. Myself, the Natch, Andrea. But it will be, for all you radio listeners, it will be out at 1:30 at its normal time. We pre-record on a Friday. All right, my friends. If you're just tuning in, what were we talking about? Well, we again did a little deep dive into the world of AI. I offered my opinion a little bit. I don't want to be... See, my opinion tends to be a little bit salty whenever it comes to this kind of thing. So I try not to kind of infect your mind with my opinion too much. So I don't really, when it comes to the news, so I don't really like to be too editorial when reading the news headlines. But you asked and you got it. And then we went to the biggest probably news of the day was that the former president of the United States has been indicted. Yeah, interesting. Let's follow that story. That's going to be interesting. And then we went to today's unpopular opinion. You still have a few seconds to vote. If you don't look for love, it will find you. True or false? Woo! Here we go. It's about to finish. The poll is about to finish. Done. Okay, it's done. It's done, friends. All right. Let's see what people said in the chat through the break. Maybe the key is not looking for it. This is from Pedro. But being open and exposed to it. Obviously, if your social life doesn't expose you to new relationships, then the odds aren't in your favor. Yeah, and it's social, it's an interesting topic, right? Well, the post-pandemic world is very, very different to the pre-pandemic world in terms of social contact. Would you agree with that statement, Natch?
I don't know. I was out of the market before the pandemic.
No, but I mean, in terms of just going out anywhere, are people still people return to nightclubs and bars like before?
I'm not sure. What the young people are doing. But
let's continue. See what other people think. Coco says, when you appreciate yourself enough, you don't need to be in a relationship to be happy or to complement your life. So love comes by itself. Yeah, I would agree with that statement. Pedro, I do have friends struggling with that. In your 40s, it's difficult to get that exposure. Eventually, you succumb to Tinder. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, no. Ask me again in a year. Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, maybe it's a phenomenon of being over 40. I mean, I've never been the kind of guy who goes out on the prowl. You know what I mean? Anyway. You know, I've got a lot of female friends, and I didn't make those female friends by being a creep. My intention now is just avoid apps and just continue being myself and see what happens. I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if that won't work. You know, we'll see. One thing's for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think the apps work, guys. I don't think if you're a female looking for a man, I don't think, or if you're a man looking for a woman, or if you're a man looking for a man, a woman looking for a woman, you know, I prefer to be with someone who's happy in their own, you know, in being alone. Or someone as broken as I am, Natch. Let's get a drum roll. Let's do the results. So, if you stop looking for love, it will find you. 60% of people said false. 60% of people said false. Yeah. No, you've got, you know, if you don't look, you're not going to find. But I think it's more about just being open to it. I think if anything, like, you know, I'm a big believer in, you know what I mean, if you've had as many failed relationships as I have, you've got to understand that to at least to some degree you're the problem. Even if the problem you're having is, you know, you're just picking the wrong people. So, you know what, like, and even if you're like me, you're in your 40s, late 30s, and you're single and you're just getting down, alone. And I'm with you, man. I live alone with 2 small dogs. I get it. Look, I intend on working on myself. You know what I mean? Being happy alone. You know what I mean? It's just a societal kind of pressure that you have to be with someone anyway. And you're not going to find the right person if you're just spending all your free time looking. You know? Let's try and be happy on our own. And for those of you who are in a relationship stable and happy, well, then appreciate that, because there are people like us out there who would love nothing more and are just struggling to find, you know, find a companion. So there you go. That's my final thought. 60% of you said false. You've got to be out there. You've got to be in the market. You've got to be in the game to play the game. Well, maybe, you know, the game is flawed. All right, anyway, guys, enough of that. You know what we should do, Natch? We should go to 100 humans. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was a long walk to work today. Long walk to work. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them a question. Today, I asked them to name something you don't wash as often as you should. Name something you don't wash as often as you should. I asked them that question, my friends, and they gave me their answers. I am in possession of the top 7 answers. Your job is to discover those top 7 answers. Woo! Name something you don't wash as often as you should. Let's go to Natch. What do you think, Oracle?
Maybe your towels?
Your towels. Okay, like bathroom towels.
Yeah.
Dude, I hear that. I actually threw a bathroom towel in the washing machine this morning. Good for you, sir. Is towels there? Towels. Toallas. Towels. No, it's not. Sorry. Not there. Coco says windows. Windows. Ventanas. Windows. All these brilliant translations. Do I get any kind of like... Nah. It's Friday. Natch is on a holiday. Mentally, he's already in Navarra. Where are you going, actually? Cuenca. You're already in Cuenca. Windows. Is Windows there? Yes, it is. Well done. That was Coco. Nice. 7th most popular answer with 7 of 100 humans saying windows. Something you don't wash as often as you should. Pedro says his dogs. I hear that you shouldn't bathe dogs all that often because they start to smell. What you do is you strip off the natural oils from the fur. Like my mum had a dog. She used to wash it every weekend and the thing stunk. Oh, it was awful. Lovely dog, but it stunk. You know, I wash my dogs once a year. I brush them often, but wash them once a year. They smell great. Not that I walk around smelling my dogs, but, you know, in the house. All right, so my dogs. Is it there? No, it's not. Sorry, guys. This is a good one. Belly button. Belly button. How do you say belly button in Spanish, Natch?
El ombligo.
El ombligo. Very good. Give yourself a nivelazo, man.
¡Wow! ¡Qué nivelazo!
Yeah. El ombligo. Don't wash your belly button as often as you should. You know what? This is a very salient point. Here's a belly button fact. Are you ready, guys? Strap yourselves in. The fluff in your belly button is always the same colour as your socks. Because that's where the fluff comes from. It travels up your legs and lands in your belly button. True story. I don't know how it works, Natch. I'm not a scientist. But it's a fact. Is belly button there? No, it's not. Sorry, guys. That was a good one. This is a tough one, Rob, says Pedro. The bridge. You need to brush them often. Yeah, your dogs. Yeah. Especially one of mine sheds. Makes me so jealous. I wish I had enough hair to shed, Natch. All right. Yeah, everybody is stuck on this one. You think this one's a tough one, Natch? Something you don't wash as often as you should. I'll tell you what, I'll give you some clues, because right now you've only gotten one. You've only gotten one. Here we go. Here you get a build-up of wax, Natch. You'll get a build-up of wax if you don't clean these often. Making it harder to participate in conversations, maybe? All right, Natch, what do you think it is?
Your ears?
Yeah, ears! Well done! There are a ton of people listening, but not many people contributing. Ears, well done to the bridge, too. You got it as well. Well done. Pedro says, my shelves. His shelves. Are Pedro's shelves there? Or shelves in general? No, they're not. No, they're not. I know what people out there are thinking is like, if I actually answer this question publicly, he's going to read my name and everyone's going to think I'm a pig. Sentido de ridículo. The famous Spanish sentido de ridículo. All right, here we go. Next one. If you've ever watched the lunchtime show, I've spoken about this often. It's not just clean and dirty, Natch. There are several shades of grey. What am I talking about?
Your clothes?
Yeah, clothes! Oh, man. Poor Natch. He has to listen to every episode of the crap that I do. And I'm sad, Natch. I'm sad that it sticks in your brain. Okay. You shouldn't wash your ears, says Pedro. Really? You should. Come on. Otherwise, it's basically a candle factory. Okay. Right. We're on number 4. Whoa, okay. How do I... Okay, let me move on. I may need to come back to that one. This is not a problem I have, Natch. I don't have to clean this because I don't have any. What do you think it is?
Hair?
Hair! Well done! Oh, man. That was answer the third most popular answer with 10 of 100 humans. Coco says car. You don't wash your car as often as you should. This is not saying, right, guys, I know, I can see you out there too nervous to answer. This is not saying that you're dirty. It's something that you do wash, but maybe not as often as you should wash it. And Coco says car. You don't wash your car as often as you should. It's there. Well done. Well done, Coco. With 38 of 100 humans, it's the number one answer. Coco's killing it right now. She's killing it. The only answers that didn't come from you, Coco, from you, Natch, I think Coco got. Oh, Pedro, I think, got one as well. Okay, let's continue. The bridge, the crevices in the kitchen, or any crevices, in fact. Oh, behave. So the kitchen. Is the kitchen there? No, it's not. Sorry. Not there. Well, it should be. It should be. I don't think I clean my kit. I basically clean my house once a week. Once a week I do a very good clean. But I'm sure I should do it more. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. So you guys have got number 1, number 3, number 5, number 6, number 7. You've got 2 more answers to get. So Natch, here we go. We found out we don't wash these as often as we should during the pandemic. Ooh. In fact, there were posters up in bathrooms. Do you know? Oof, no, I'm seeing confusion. You know, wash them or at least put sanitizer on them. What's something we should wash or we don't wash as often as we should?
Your hands.
Yeah, hands! Well done. That's the second most popular answer. Really, guys? Really? Is this really difficult? I didn't realize this one was going to be so difficult. Okay, last answer. These are things that go on a bed. Make the bed more comfortable. I don't know. How often are you supposed to wash these? I don't even know. What do you think it is, Natch?
Me neither. And I don't know. Sábanas.
Sábanas. Sheets. Well done. Fourth most popular answer. Sábanas. Sheets. Be careful, for my Spanish listeners, be careful of the pronunciation. You know what I mean?
That was very scary.
You don't want to be calling down to the hotel reception saying you want a shit on your bed. They're not going to like it. All right, so let's go through the top 7 answers. I asked 100 humans to name something you don't wash as often as you should. In position number 7, we had Windows. Windows, not the computer program, the thing that lets light into your house. You don't wash your windows as often as you should. 7 of 100 humans said that, making it 7th place. In position number 6 was ears. Orejas. Orejas, ears. 8 of 100 humans said that, 6th position. In position number 5 was clothes. 9 of 100 humans say that. Clothes, really? I mean, look, I joke, but I joke about like or do I joke about the shades of grey and dirty laundry? But like, really, people aren't washing their clothes as often as they should? I don't know. These 100 humans were gross today, Natch. Gross humans. Okay, in position number 4, with 9 of 100 humans, was sheets. Sheets. Sábanas. How often are you supposed to change your bed sheets? Does anybody know this? Just say, you know what I mean? Because I know there's a bunch of people listening right now. A little bit like me. Feeling a little insecure about how often they should be washing their bed sheets. What would you say, Natch?
I would say once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks. Okay, I'm overdue. But to be fair, I spent a hell of a lot of time sleeping on my sofa. You know what we should do? We should ask Google. We should ask Google how often you're supposed to wash your bed sheets. I'm on it, guys. I'm on it. Let's see. How often are you supposed to wash your sheets? I don't know. Natch. Once a week? Yeah. Most people should wash their sheets once a week. Coco said once a week. She knows. She knows. Let's see. Ears and oídos or orejas, depending. They're oídos or orejas, depending. What's the difference between oído and oreja?
Let's say oreja is like the external part.
Okay.
And oído is the
internal part. So yeah, I think it means oído. Like washing the external part just happens through the inertia of a shower, right? All right. Where were we? Okay. In position. Oh, Natch, can you remember? In position number 3. Dude. Well done. Natch. I mean 100 humans. The people in the studio. In position number 3 is hair. We don't wash our hair as often as we should. Again, same as with the dog thing. I was told that people wash their hair way too often. Again, I can't relate. I can't relate. Inner ear or outer ear, just think of the seals, says the bridge. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I like it that you help me out like that. Okay, in position number 2. As we all found out during the pandemic, we don't wash our hands as often as we should. 17 of 100 humans said that, and it's in second place. And finally, in position number 1, with a big congratulations to Coco Lavender, it was Car. It was Coco's day today, Natch. It was Coco's day. And yours, but I needed to give you a clue. But really. All right, let's continue on, guys. That was 100 humans. Let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
All right, my friends, we're entering into Complete the News. If you're one of the people that are watching right now but not interacting, oh, shame on you for one. But this is your moment, because you don't actually have to write anything. All you have to write is A, B, or C. I am going to give you a news headline, a titular, okay, with some information missing. Your job is to complete the news with the 3 options I provide. Here we go. All right, 1 in 10 Britons, so 1 in 10 British people, have blank, keep it clean, 1 in 10 Britons have blank, and half of them in the last 2 years. 1 in 10 Britons, so 1 in 10 British people, have blank, have done something, and half of them in the last 2 years. Is it A, performed dentistry on themselves? So, dentistry. Como dentista. All right. So, have performed dentistry on themselves. Is it B, have slept with someone without knowing their name? Or is it C, passed out while drunk and awoken somewhere they don't recognize? Those are your 3 options, A, B, or C. 1 in 10 Britons have blank. Half of them in the last 2 years. Is it A, performed dentistry on themselves? B, slept with someone without knowing the name of their partner? Or C, passed out while drunk, to pass out, quedarte cao. Passed out while drunk and woken up in a place that they don't recognize. It's Friday, Natch. You're the man to beat. We have some votes in the chat. What do you think?
Let's say C.
You're going to say C?
Yeah.
All right. Passed out and woken up somewhere they don't recognize, all while drunk. Have you ever done that?
No.
Never? That's never happened to you?
Never.
Oh,
I've always known where I've been. I've been very drunk, but I've always known where I was.
In my teenage years, or teenage into my 20s, dude, it happened a scary amount to me. One of the reasons why I stopped drinking for so long. Yeah, I once woke up in a bus station. In the Bradford interchange, I woke up in the bus station, uncomfortably leant on sleeping on a bench. If that's happening to you, let me suggest maybe taking a break from alcohol. Okay, so 1 in 10 Britons have blank, and half of them in the last 2 years. Is it A, performed dentistry on themselves? B, had a one-night stand without knowing the name of their partner? Or C, passed out drunk and woken up somewhere they don't recognise? The chat is split between A and B, Natch. The chat is split between A and B. Performed dentistry or slept with someone without knowing their name. I'm going to take this as a win, because the Natch said C, chat said A and B. So you're all split. I did some good option picking today. Let's get a drum roll. 1 in 10 Britons have performed dentistry on themselves. Wow. And half of them in the last 2 years. My mum included. I found out about this at Christmas, and it made me so sad. 1 in 10 Britons have actually performed dentistry on themselves. This is and this is really from yougov.co.uk. It's a government website. Oof. Let that sink in, guys. Oh, my God. I mean, Britain are our neighbours here in Spain. I'm saying that like disassociating myself from British people. I am British. It was so far-fetched it had to be A, says Bridge. Yeah. And it is. Isn't that scary? So Britons report pulling out their own teeth and making their own dentures. From extracting teeth to attempting root canals and melting down poly beads to use as false teeth. Britons have shared desperate experiences in a survey that gives new insights into the unfolding crisis in dentistry. A growing number of towns and cities across the country have no access to NHS, Nuestro Seguridad Social, to NHS dentistry for new patients as people linger on lengthy waiting lists, with a new YouGov survey showing that 1 in 5 Britons, 22%, are currently not registered with a dentist. Wow, isn't that sad? Isn't that the saddest thing you've ever heard? And yeah, I'm not going to tell you exactly what my mum did, but some, mild dentistry. They actually sell kits in Amazon, Natch. Can you believe that? Yeah, I had no idea. My mum told me about this. How sad. So there you go, guys. If you're just tuning in, oh my God, we're almost finished. What have you missed today? Well, we spoke about AI. I gave my own personal views on the open letter about the pausing the training of new AI models. We spoke a little bit about Donald Trump's indictment. Then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion. If you don't look for love, it will find you. If you stop looking for love, it will find you. And 60% of you said, no, that's nonsense. And then we went into 100 humans, found out what we aren't washing enough, and found out that 1 in 10 Britons, they're performing dentistry on themselves. Sad, man. I would normally make a joke, but that just makes me sad. All right, friends. Oh, my God, what a week. Guys, I'll still be here next week, probably doing the stream at a different time, but I will be here, so don't miss it. Do look for the ProBoh Show on all good podcast directories so you can catch the episodes. Friends, so many things you could have been doing today. But instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with Natch and I, and it means the absolute world. See you next week.